Let's make sure the video is working. Yep, it is. There we go. All right. Welcome to our Halloween live stream. As you can see, we have done our best attempts at costumes of various varieties. Let's say what we are. Let's start with Brian. Brian, what is your costume?
I'm the saint of murderers from Preacher. We're still getting that.
You're the what?
The saint of murderers.
Gotcha. Okay. Warren, what are you?
I am. I don't really know. I just kind of use this mask sometimes for Halloween costumes. It is I think a fawn or a fey mask, like what's that creature called? A satyr. I usually use it like some kind of devil mask.
It is very cool. So whatever it is very neat. Jay, all right. I think we know what you are.
I'm Terry the cat. Yeah, my cat Terry. He's great. So, gotta honor him.
Cal, just tell us. Just tell us, Cal. What is it supposed to be?
I am a humble, complex chicken farmer.
Okay.
Got my little chicken.
You farm a single chicken?
Like one baby chick. Start small.
Yeah,
work out.
Should have like taped it to you, and then you could have said you were a chick magnet.
That's somehow worse, but I would have appreciated the hustle. Yes. Okay. We had some initial technical difficulties, but we managed by some miracle of Halloween to get started on time, which I think might actually be a first for us. So snaps for us for starting on time. For those of you who don't know, my name is Neve. I did not say what I am. I am a miscellaneous demon thing. And that's the best you're going to get from me because I worked for 3 hours on this. So it's really, it's ultimately like your crossword puzzle. You figure it out. I will be the keeper of what is almost certainly going to be a shit show tonight, but the best sort of shit show, a very fun, a very entertaining shit show. I will now invite the cast to introduce themselves to you. We can go Warren, Brian, Jay, Cal. Tell us a little bit about yourself and which character you will be playing tonight.
Very well. I am Warren. He, him. I play with Heckhound in the vampire games. We did the Sirens games. I am a game master myself occasionally, and I'm also a master's student working on my master's in clinical mental health counseling. For the game, I will be playing Brian, who is the mundane playbook. He is I was about to say the patriarch of this little family unit that we've got going on in this group. But given his meek nature, I don't know if patriarch is the right word. He's the father. So I'm playing the father of this little group. And we are, if I remember correctly, Neve will do the setup for what the characters are doing. But very kind of, it's the mundane playbook. So he's kind of like a white bread kind of guy. Just very sensible, very down to earth. The perfect foil for spooky adventures.
All right, Brian, tell us about yourself and tell us about your character.
I'm Brian, engineer. You probably know me as Tex from Detroit by Night. I am playing Adam. He's the wrong playbook. He's from Egypt and came over to the U.S. before he even could talk. Despite normal struggles growing up, he had a supernatural run-in as a teenager when he was learning to drive, and it killed his father and sent him on a different path. But he did meet up with Marshall, who's his love interest. Love you, boo.
Jay, on that note, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Jay. I am a owner of many animals in the Cincinnati, Ohio area. I've been playing TTRPGs for not too long, a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Yeah, I work as a data scientist and, wear pajamas all day. My character is Callie. Callie is the wife of Brian. Callie she felt like she had a promising career as a writer, but with adult life, kids, everything fell by the wayside, and she's kind of fallen into some conspiratorial thinking, which I think strains her relationship with Brian. But yeah, that's Callie.
Okay, go ahead. Cal, take it away.
Yep, hello everyone. My name is Cal, and I will be playing Marshall, who is the son of this little family who has, from a young age, always had unnatural powers that he's never really knew about. From a young age, he would torment his sister accidentally, and yeah, it really strained his relationship with his sister Eleanor. And because of that, he is sort of like the outcast of the family. Not well, he is alone. He only really found friendship among Adam, his lover, and they're the only ones that can connect. His family pretty much treat him like he is invisible for the most part, and deny his powers in denial.
Okay. So there is one character who will be an NPC. Her name is Eleanor, Marshall's sister. She is the Crooked playbook. She is also the Unchosen. So she takes a big ol' L for tonight. The premise of this live stream is a little bit special. You guys know that. Rather than having a predetermined story, we are going to let fate decide what story we play. The first person to pick, who I believe was Cal, is that correct? Cal, you are going to roll a d6. I hold in my hand 5 envelopes with setting labels. The first is Desolate Road. The second is The Woods. I know my handwriting's awful. I also know it's mirror reversed. You're just going to have to trust me on this. The third is An Abandoned Amusement Park. The fourth is a hotel. And the fifth is a gas station in the middle of nowhere. The sixth option is an option where you get to choose which story you want to play. Cal, since you won the die roll. But in order to find out what the setting is going to be, you need to go ahead and roll a d6.
Number 3.
That's number 3.
Okay. Damn it, that was my least favorite one. Oh well.
Of course.
So
Of
Go
course,
ahead.
I roll it then.
it is the abandoned amusement park setting. Number 3. I believe Jay was the second to choose. Yes?
Yes. Correct.
Okay, Jay. Well, inside the setting envelope, there are 2 options. There is an even option in which our monster is an animatronic called Buzz E. Bunny. And that's if you roll even. And odd, the boogeyman.
Boogeyman. All right. Odd. Boogeyman.
Okay. So the boogeyman it is. Goodbye, animatronic Buzzy Bunny. Later, Tater. Okay. Inside, we have a list of complications that Warren will roll for. Even, Warren, the phone batteries are all dead. Odds, the car won't start.
Okay. Let's see. 9 odd, so the car won't start.
Okay, we are going to have some car trouble. And last but not least, a surprise asset that the group will have. At an opportune moment. And so, Brian, I guess that is you. Evens, a security guard arrives, and odds, graffiti exposition.
Odd it is.
Graffiti exposition. Here we go.
Okay, graffiti exposition. All right, we have rolled our story here. And now comes the hard part where I get to make that story into a coherent narrative. Okay, so our story will open with our little family driving down the road. The car has been acting up for about 1.5 miles. Brian, you had stopped to check all of the things that one would want to check off the list to rule out basic problems with the car functioning. But no such luck.
Okay.
Whatever is wrong with the car, it's not clear what is going on. There is a sign for an amusement park, a turnoff on the highway. A quick Google search reveals it is not operating anymore. But your daughter, Eleanor, nonetheless would like to stop and take a look at it. Since the car isn't functioning and is unlikely to make it to the next rest stop, her badgering does make a bit of sense. So the group decides to take the exit and head towards the amusement park. Do we want to do any role playing?
Yeah, so I guess well, I'm just picturing like us kind of like pulling up to the amusement park, and then like Brian getting out of the car and looking around, be like, I mean, it's closed, but I mean, they've I guess there's got to be like a guardhouse with a phone, or like some kind of they wouldn't just like
Dad, do you have
properly
bolt
manage.
cutters?
Do I have bolt cutters? No. Why would I have bolt cutters?
If you need to like cut a lock or a chain or something.
No, I've got my pocket knife multi-tool. That's all the tool I need.
You're not thinking of
And I
going
pull
in
it out, and
there.
it's like, your mother got me this for me for Christmas.
I didn't come
It
here.
has three different screwdrivers.
Come here to stand outside and look at the gate like some kind of loser.
Well, you know, they lie in wait. There'll be people there that'll kidnap you. I've heard of this happening. Like, they go to old amusement parks, wait around for tourists to be stupid, and they'll kidnap you and do untold things to you.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Mom. Hey, freak, do you know how to get this lock off?
No. Why would I know how to pick a lock? Why are we here? Why can't we not go to the mountains or the beach?
Dad, give me your gun.
Absolutely not, young lady.
I mean,
Mom, give me your gun.
what are you going to do with it if I give it to you?
Mom, do you want me to get kidnapped? Give me your gun.
Okay. Here. You could have my gun.
Eleanor is going to shoot the lock. Oh, look, Dad, it's open.
That is destruction of property, and I don't like where this is going.
You have to go in there. At least take us with you. I hate for us to be alone.
Your family's scary as shit, baby. Why'd you
know.
want to be alone?
Because you're my support structure in this hell. I don't even know why we're here.
Let's hang
Can I-
back.
We're gonna go in, and we're gonna try to find something like a toolkit or like, I don't have the right tools to like work on this engine in the car. So we're gonna see if we can find like a maintenance shed or something with some better tools. All right.
Sweetie, can I have my revolver back?
I guess, here. And she's going to walk over and hand it to you.
Thank you. She'll kind of sort of like that.
She's going to rip the chain off the door now that the lock has been shot off. What you see in front of you is the skeleton of an amusement park. It wasn't a big, grand amusement park. So don't think of Disney World or Disneyland. Think of like a local attraction. In the distance, silhouetted by the ambient light from the stars and the moon, you see what looks like the outline of a few water slides, the large arcing circle of a Ferris wheel, a few squiggles that might indicate a mid-sized roller coaster, as well as derelict booths for a variety of games. It's less amusement park and more overgrown circus. It's secured by heavy wrought iron gates, which your daughter is now opening. Callie, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, I will go help her open them. The plan is to go find a maintenance facility. So even a park, derelict as this, we might be able to find some tools here.
Dad, stop.
I'm sorry, did you not want to open this?
No, Dad, do we really have to go and get tools right now? Does that have to be the first priority?
What other
It
priorities?
doesn't have to be your first priority, Pumpkin, but it is going to be my first priority.
Dad, please. You said you wanted to spend quality time with me.
I was kind of like thinking more of like, I don't know, going for like, going fishing together, or like, going on a hike. I wasn't thinking like trespassing and, walking through a derelict amusement park. By the way, is it the middle of the night right now?
Yes. Yes. It is about 9 o'clock at night.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't picturing walking through a abandoned amusement park at night as far as quality time. Um, but what did you want to go see?
Let's just walk around. Let's take photos. Let's take family photos. Right, Freak? Let's go.
What
I mean, yeah.
what if they catch us?
We can walk around.
Oh, I don't want to go to prison. No.
Mom,
Honey, if
we-
they catch us, we'll tell them the truth. Like, we're here. Our car wouldn't make it any further, and we needed tools, and so we're here looking for tools, which is the truth.
Dad,
Okay.
Mom, can me and Adam just like go alone and explore?
Is that a good idea?
Yeah, we can't take family pictures without you here. Y'all are part of the family.
Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, Marshall, you're part of the family.
And so is Adam.
Mr. Brian, do you think there might be homeless people living here? I hear they set booby traps, with like fish hooks and stuff. And
I've heard about this. Yeah.
Adam, please. We call them unhoused. All right.
unhoused. Gotcha.
Eleanor will open the doors and start walking in.
I'm going to hurry behind her just to be close and make sure she doesn't do anything.
I'll gesture for Marshall and Adam to follow us. Like, come on, guys. Let's all stick together.
Adam will whisper to Marshall, your sister is like a convicted felon, isn't she?
Yeah, I think she did drunk driving. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to her much. I think she hates me.
I think you're right, baby.
But at least we have each other.
Yeah, let's be sure to hold hands while we go through here.
Are you guys attempting to break off from the family unit?
Yeah. Marshall is trying to.
We should go make out somewhere where there isn't a gun.
Act under pressure to slip away, or else Callie and Brian will catch you.
Ears.
Do we both roll?
No, just Brian. Just Adam and Marshall roll.
I got a 9.
Sneak eyes.
Tonight, Adam rolls for shit.
Mm-hmm.
So Marshall, you can slip away, but Adam gets caught. Brian, you see him out of the corner of your eye attempting to slip away.
I'm just gonna kind of make a note of like which direction they're going, so that I kind of know where they are, or like what area of the park they're going to. But then I'll just sort of like shake my head a little bit and be like, all right, those kids, they want their privacy. I'll let them have it.
Callie! Mimsy's very pissed off, as you can hear her. Callie, your son has slipped away, and Adam was attempting to slip away too. Do you also want to give him privacy?
No, I want to be like, wait, Adam, what are you doing? Where's Marshall?
Honey, just let them go. They're gonna go. They want to go their own way. They're adults.
Okay. All right. Fair enough, but I don't think it's safe.
Come on, you remember what it was like to be that young.
Do I? Yeah.
Remember when we were first dating? We'd slip away any chance we got.
Back when I had dreams. I remember.
Jeez. It's kind of like,
Can you two not? You two have been at it ever since Washington.
I'm sorry. You're right. We shouldn't do this in front of you. Oh, nice.
I know, I have food.
That was such a mild response.
Mo courteously brought me a piece of pizza due to pity, which is much appreciated. After Adam has slipped away, presumably to follow Marshall, Eleanor looks back at Brian and Callie and says, "Oh my God, do you guys know what I forgot until right exactly this minute?"
What?
no, I don't know for what you forgot.
I forgot about those kids who died here.
Wait, what?
You're telling us this now.
I told you, Dad, I forgot until right exactly this very minute.
How did they die? Was it on the rides?
No, it was after the amusement park was shut down. They had came here to drink and fool around. And they had a 6-pack of beer, and they had one of those little ancient things that you play music on. Like like a phone, only it was like much bigger.
Callie, you've seen movies, all right? Don't you don't have to like be shitty.
Oh, I'm trying to make you guys feel included by referencing your ancient tech. Anyways, so they came here and they were partying it up, and something must have happened. Nobody knows exactly what. But what was left of them was found inside the dark crevices of the funhouse. They had to vacuum them out with a wet, dry vac because they were torn to shreds.
That's horrible. You don't. That sounds. They'll do that. Like the government will come and like take you and do stuff to you like that. Like maybe it was the feds. I. Oh no, we shouldn't be here.
Honey, I'm pretty sure she's just pulling our chain.
Oh, okay. Maybe you're right.
No, Mom, it is the feds.
Shit.
The feds are all over this place. Didn't you see that unmarked van?
Callie,
I did see an
this is
unmarked
not the
van.
time. Or Eleanor, this is not the time. I thought that you wanted this to be quality time, Eleanor. This is disappointing.
Fine, Dad. What does quality time look like to you?
Well, you mentioned wanting to go around and see some things and get some family photos. So, where would you like to get a family photo? What looks interesting to you?
How about the funhouse?
Fine, let's go to the funhouse.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Adam, Marshall, the two of you have slipped away. Where are you going to go?
Does this amusement park have one of those like love rides, like the Ride of Love or the Valentine, something like that? They usually have them
Tunnel
the
of Love, is that what
cringe.
you're talking about?
Yeah,
A tunnel of love, yeah. Roll a die. If it's even, there is a tunnel of love. If it's odd, there's not.
That's a 2.
So I guess a tunnel of love it is. The two of you are headed off in the direction of this particular attraction. Do we want to role play anything before we get there?
Marshall would say to Adam, do you think that my family aren't like the best for me? Do you think I should like move out? Maybe move in with you?
Oh, definitely. Your family, your sister just, your parents carry guns around. Your sister just borrowed one and shot a lock. This is not normal.
Yeah, they're not really the best examples of parenting. But I still care about them and my family, you know.
You can care about them from a distance. There's nothing wrong with that.
You always know what to say, Adam, to cheer me up.
You make it easy.
That's very cute. You reach the tunnel of love. It's flanked by these statuettes of Cupid, about 3 feet in height. The cupids are positioned such that the arrows are angled down, pointing at the individuals who enter. And 2 double doors are in front of you in the shape of a heart. But the eyes of the cupid are blacked out. And there is a gigantic X across the door. Written on these double doors, smaller than the X, but still large enough to read, is the phrase, "Stay in the light."
This place is kind of creepy, Adam. I don't know. I'm getting a little bit scared.
It is a little weird, but we should get a selfie while we're here.
Yeah, you're right. Do you
Throw
have
this
your
up
phone?
against-
Yes, you do have a phone, Adam. You do, in fact, have that, because that was not the problem that occurred for you when you rolled. Do the two of you take a selfie?
Yeah, we would. And I think as soon as as soon as he takes the photo, I would like to use premonition, if I can.
Oh, yes. Please roll for it. It is I, disembodied voice, speaking to you whilst cramming pizza into my face hole. That is a mixed success, which means that the vision is fuzzy and not very clear. Narrate for us what it is we see as you enter into a trance.
So as soon as Adam clicks on the button to take the picture, you see his, I don't know what part of the eye it is, but the dark spots in the eyes slowly grow bigger. And as that happens, he kind of goes limp. He goes really sluggish and starts to breathe a little bit heavier as the premonition plays out. Maybe goes a little bit lower, like he's about to faint.
Adam will grab a hold of him, hold him tight. This has happened before.
What a hero. Oh, wow. Those tech glitches are so crazy. My camera always goes out whenever I'm about to eat a piece of pizza. It's weird. Anyways, so Marshall's eyes defocus and his mind begins to slip from the present moment. He's no longer beside Adam, smiling happily, taking a selfie. Instead, he's in the darkness. He's being pulled backwards, deeper into something that looks like a tunnel, maybe a tube or an underground passage. You can't be sure. The only thing you know for certain is that there is no light whatsoever. You scream, but it is not your voice that comes from your mouth. It's Callie's, your mom. It's too difficult to make out anything else in any great detail, but you soon return to yourself, Marshall, and Adam is supporting you to keep you from falling.
Adam, my mum. I need to find my mum. I think something bad's going to happen to her.
Should we go by the car and retrieve your family's arsenal first?
Sure, why not? It's not bad that can happen.
As you walk away, you distinctly hear little knocks, rappings. They're low up on the door, not the height an adult would knock at. And they're quite faint.
Baby, I think we should leave these unhoused people alone. They probably sleeping, trying to sleep.
Yeah, okay. Maybe they use the Tunnel of Love as their headquarters. Which is sensible.
You hear a small voice call out from behind the door. Help! Followed by another more urgent knock.
I'm not liking this, Adam. Can we go?
Read a bad situation.
Roll it. Let's go.
It'd be a failure. 6.
Okay. So, how do you go about reading a bad situation? What exactly are you doing?
Opening the door.
What's in there?
Okay, well, that is one way to do it. You push open the door. It squeaks in protest as you push it open. You're hit by a wave of hot air and something that smells foul. You can't quite place the scent, but it assaults your nose as you step deeper into the tunnel of love. There's no one there. No one knocking, nothing to make the sound.
Yeah, let's go find your mom.
Okay.
Okay. Do you leave?
Yeah. Heading back for the arsenal, as Adam said.
Do you think your sister got on like the PA system here and is messing with us? Sounds like something she'd do.
Maybe she's really mean and a bully. It wouldn't surprise me. I hate her.
Says
She's just
says Marshall, who bullied his sister for most of their life.
If this is her, this is going to stop. She's been really mean to me, and she's ruining our time, Adam, and I don't want that.
I appreciate you, Marshall. Thank you.
Very sweet. Pivoting back to the rest of the family, Callie, Eleanor, and Brian have come to the fun house. It is a decent sized structure, about the size of a small suburban house, but much taller. You can tell that most of this is a facade constructed out of cheap plywood. It's shaped like a castle, but painted in zany colors, bright orange and yellow pinwheels all across the surface. The door is a distorted angular shape, as opposed to the regular rectangle, and emblazoned above it are the words Fun House. To the right of the door is the huge visage of a clown smiling out at patrons as they approach. There are now useless dividers and ropes that were meant to block off crowds that have long since stopped coming. In the dim light, it appears as if this clown is scowling at you.
Okay.
So we've seen the funhouse. We take a picture and get out of here?
Yeah,
What do you
let
think,
me get my
sweetie?
selfie stick out.
Yeah.
I get my selfie stick out. I get ready for the picture. I'm like, okay, all right, Eleanor, let's get this photo, family photo, just like you wanted.
So Eleanor will cuddle up close to Brian and put her arm around Callie.
Mhm.
And then go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, we take the photo.
You see that Eleanor is flipping off the camera when you look at the photo on your phone.
Just give like a heavy sigh, and be like, lovely, lovely, Eleanor. All right, let's do one more for real.
Fine.
Okay.
Get a
She
nice family photo.
Yeah, she will put her head on Brian's shoulders the way she did when she was little and give you a big smile and wrap her arm around Callie. And for a moment, it is easy to forget that you have just picked your daughter up from prison and that she has had a checkered past. She's your little girl again, at least for a moment.
Oh, this is a good moment. I'm glad we came here.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the photo we just took. And just kind of like cherish the memory.
When you
And if
look
were a
at
scary
this,
movie, I would.
when you look at this photo, you know exactly what's coming. It's not a trope on our bingo card, though.
Yeah.
When you look at this photo, you see what appears to be a set of eyes inside the open door of the funhouse. But you could have sworn the door was shut when the three of you stood scrutinizing the building.
Yeah, I'll furrow my brow at this. I'll like whip around and look back and see if the door is open or closed right now.
The thin, flimsy door is moving in the breeze, as if it has recently been bumped or jostled by something.
Yeah, I'll look at Callie and Ellen and be like, I think it's time we move on. Let's find that maintenance. Let's find those maintenance tools and get Adam and Marshall. I think it's time to move on.
You look like you've seen a ghost. Is everything okay?
this place is just incredibly unsafe. You know, a stiff breeze can knock something over here, so like we shouldn't hang around.
Well, you're right. Yeah, that is dangerous.
Eleanor's going to try to grab your phone, Brian. Act under pressure if you want to keep it away from her.
I don't want to keep it away from her.
She grabs it and looks at the picture. And then you watch her zoom in on the area by the door. She looks from the phone and then looks to the door in disbelief. Mom, look, she says, showing you Brian's phone.
Oh, I'm sorry. What am I looking at here? Is this a face? Eyes?
I think there's some kind of animal trapped in there.
Oh no.
Wait a minute. How tall? Looking at the photo, how high off the ground are these eyes?
Maybe about 3 feet high.
Oh, that could be an animal. Oh, Brian, you want to go look and see if it's an animal?
No, I don't. I think that whatever is in there, it's not trapped. That door is open,
Oh.
And so we can leave.
No, if an animal's hurt, I gotta check. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go peek
Honey,
my head.
I really, if an animal is trapped, it's going to be dangerous.
Oh.
I feel like you want to manipulate a person.
This is true. That's an 11.
Okay.
So you get to pick whether to do it or not.
I think that's a pretty convincing roll. Sorry, yeah. So I'm gonna follow. So like, oh, you're right. Okay, maybe I'll call animal control when we get out of here.
Eleanor is going to run for the door.
Sweetie, what are you doing?
Wait.
Do you want to stop her?
I'm going to try to stop her.
Too. Yeah. Callie can try to stop her.
Well, either way.
Act under pressure to stop her.
I'm just going to go ahead and roll. Yeah. Oh, well, I didn't do it. Got a 4.
Are you going to try, Warren?
No.
Brian wants his daughter to die.
Well, it's not that. It's more like I think only one of us, like gameplay wise, like I would just think that Callie is closer and actually able to stop her. Because like she was already too far away from me. Like she took my phone, walked over to Callie. She was standing next to Callie when, she ran.
So that's a good point.
So,
good point. That's your phone.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm gonna go after her. I'm not in a position to actually stop her.
So she bolts with your phone in hand through the door of the funhouse.
Yeah, I'll go after her. Be like, Callie, what are you doing? Or not, Eleanor. Her name is Eleanor. I'll be like, Eleanor, what are you doing? Get back out here, and I'll go after her.
Yeah, I'm going to follow as well. I mean, I assume I'm going to be on my ass. After rolling 4.
I think she probably pushed you out of her way since you rolled 4 aggressively.
Oh, okay. A little hurt then.
As the two of you burst through the door, for a fleeting second, you see something written on the wall, just at the entrance. The door slams shut behind you. You can still see a crack of moonlight leaking from beneath the door. But otherwise, it is dark in here.
Does my multi-tool that I got for Christmas have like a tiny little pin light on it? Is it that kind of dad tool where it's got like everything?
That is a good question. You know how to settle this. Even it has a light.
Okay.
Odd it doesn't.
Odd it does not.
No, damn it. Curses. 3 screwdrivers and not 1 flashlight. What kind of joke of a multi-tool is this shit?
Right?
Callie, you do have a phone.
Yeah, I guess I will get it out and make a flashlight out of it. I know those things are very diffuse, so, but it's all we have.
You see a partially written list. The first item is, don't let the doors shut. The second item is stay in the light. And the third item is don't trust what you hear. But the word is clearly not finished. The final E or the final R in the word here is only halfway done. As if whoever was writing this was interrupted quite suddenly.
The joke, right? We don't have any lights.
Let's get that door back open.
Yeah. I try to open the door.
The door does push open, but you hear Eleanor call from inside, Dad! Dad, come here! I need you!
Eleanor, what is it?
You hear a sharp, pained scream of, Dad! And then it is cut off. We will now return back to Adam and Marshall. You've made it to the car. What weapons are we getting out of the car?
Listed in my weapons is one that I would not have with me, which would be like a baseball bat. Or I guess a golf club, because I'm pretty boring. So like I think I would have a golf club, like a set of golf clubs.
What are you trying to say? Anyway. Hunting rifle out of the trunk.
Okay.
I'll take a big knife.
Your sister Eleanor's bag is sitting in the back seat as well. She's not supposed to have weapons, but that has never stopped her.
Hey, let's check out this.
Yeah, I'll check, see what she's got.
She does indeed have a weapon. She has a pistol in her backpack. She also has a switchblade.
Oh.
Yeah, baby, I think distance from your family would be a good thing. Do you need to call your mom to make sure she's okay? Or at least message her?
Yeah, I could. Let me just He takes out his phone, goes to his contacts, and tries to call his mum.
Ring, ring, Callie, your phone is ringing. Your daughter has just screamed from inside the darkness of the funhouse.
I'm going to answer the phone while running toward the scream. So I do want to.
I'll
I
be
do want
following
to.
her, pulling out my pistol.
It's like, Marshall, is everything okay? Your sister, something might be wrong.
When is ever anything right with her?
Oh,
Look, where are you?
we're at the funhouse. Your sister went in. I don't know why. She's being your sister. You know how it is.
Okay, well, me and Adam will come and get you. We're bringing some of our weapons, just to be safe.
Weapons.
Because people are here with us. We heard like someone in the tunnel of love, so just be careful.
Be careful, sweetie. Get over here as fast as you can. Okay.
Okay, love you, Mom.
Love you too.
It's kind of dark out. We might want to grab a light too. Your dad seems like at least 10 of them.
He does kind of seem like the sort who has a mag light in like their
And yet
trunk.
I didn't bring it with me when we went into the park. The park.
You know, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Callie, Brian, you're running after the scream. Brian, you wanted to prop the door open. How are you going to manage that?
Yeah, when we opened the door, I don't know if there was like, there were those velvet ropes that kind of like keep people away that were like derelict. You could just take one of those poles and like just, prop it up against the door.
Okay.
Before we like run inside.
Callie and Brian move deeper into the funhouse. The limited light flowing in through the door begins to diminish. The flashlight on Callie's phone cuts through the dark. As you are moving around the first bend into a maze, you look down and you see bright red blood.
Oh, God. Brian, is that what I think it is?
Look, let's be. Eleanor, you get out here right now. Where are you?
Eleanor? Are you hurt?
Daddy! I'm back here, Daddy.
This isn't very funny.
I'm going to grab Brian by the shoulder. Brian, it said not to trust anything you hear. Is this real?
I don't know. I think I'm looking down at this bright red blood, and I had this thought that like Eleanor is trying to play like a very elaborate prank on us. So I'm gonna like reach down and like get some on my fingers and smell it and see what this is.
So you bend down and dip your 2 fingers into the bright red substance. It's warm and sticky. Brian stands up, raising the substance to his nose, and it has the heavy iron smell of blood.
I'll look at Cal and be like, "This smells like real blood. If this is a prank, Eleanor has gone way too far with it. And if it's not a prank, I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what's going on.
I don't.
Can we use the flashlight to look around? If there's this much blood right here, is she nearby?
You see a long drag trail through this narrow, winding maze. Past the smiling faces of cardboard clowns and distorted mirrors disappearing deeper into the funhouse. Deeper into a place where the moonlight can't touch.
But Kelly, I think you're right. I think that's not Eleanor's voice, but we have to get Eleanor out of here.
Yeah,
So-
I know.
Look, Adam and Marshall are on their way. Give me the light, and then you go back to the entrance and wait for them outside. I'm gonna go find Eleanor.
Okay, here you go. I'll give him the phone and be careful, honey.
Okay. So, do we venture deeper inside the funhouse, armed with nothing but the flashlight?
Well, no, in my other gear it says I have a pistol with silver charmed bullets, which I'm not sure why I have that, but I do. And yeah, so I will pull out my pistol, and I'm gonna guess I've got these silver charmed bullets as like a gift from Callie, who's like very paranoid, and I'm gonna have this pistol and my flashlight. I'm gonna follow the blood trail.
So you follow it through the twists and turns, moving in the general direction that Eleanor's voice came from. She continues to call out to you, Daddy! Daddy, why aren't you coming for me? Where are you, Daddy?
I'm just gonna call it like, Eleanor, you hang on. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna come get you out of here.
Are you sure you don't want to run back for Marshall?
And I guess I'm just gonna like call out like, I don't know who the fuck you are, but you stay away from my family.
The thing continues. You didn't believe me. Callie didn't believe me. Marshall is a monster. If only you would have believed me, Daddy, this never would have happened.
Just gonna like talk to myself, like really muttering to myself. It's like, that's not Eleanor.
If you would have believed
She would
me,
do some fucked up shit, but she wouldn't do this.
if you would have believed me, I wouldn't have been such a fucked up little girl who ran inside this funhouse. And then you hear a high-pitched laugh.
I guess I will read a bad situation.
That seems appropriate.
That is a mixed success. So that is a hold of what?
Yep, you hold one.
So let's see. I guess I'll go with what's the best way to protect the victims, that being Eleanor.
As Brian mulls over that question in his head, looking down at the trail of blood leading deeper into the funhouse, deep in his gut he knows There is no longer any way to protect Eleanor.
There's too much blood.
The time to protect Eleanor has passed.
I guess realizing this, I will start making my way back out, like to join Callie and Marshall and Adam at the entrance.
Slowly, Brian begins to back up, returning the way he came, knowing that he has lost his daughter. And as you are backing up, you hear chewing sounds.
Behind me or ahead of me where the blood trail was?
Ahead of you on the opposite side of the wall. So you are looking directly down a narrow corridor. It breaks to the left, as does the blood trail, and you are separated from whatever is down that corridor by like one of those narrow or thin plywood walls, those dividers. And you hear the sound of something chewing in the darkness. And then you hear the voice say, "Daddy, aren't you gonna come and get your little girl?" And then something collides with the wall directly in front of you. As your flashlight beam sweeps to look and see what it is, you see that it is Eleanor's detached arm.
So, like, Brian's stomach sinks. He gets very cold. His hands shaking, but also does not want to go pick up that arm, because I feel like that'd be even worse for Callie to like bring out an arm rather than just to say that like he couldn't help her. So going to continue backing out and making my way back to the entrance.
Something lunges at that plywood divider, attempting to knock it into you and knock you to the ground. It's pushing it from the other side, and it's pushing hard. If you want to get out of the way, then you act under pressure. Or if you want to fight back, kick some ass to push it back the other way.
I'm going to do act under pressure. I'm going to get out of the way. Yeah. Ooh, that is a 12.
So despite the heavy push from the other side, Brian leaps back and manages to keep the phone in his hand and keep hold of the light. Just outside of the reach of that beam of light, you see it. It's quadrupedal. On all fours, its eye line is about 3 feet from the ground. It has skinny, gangly arms and strange legs that seem designed for leaping. It doesn't appear to have hair, and its facial features are sunken and dark. Where eyes or other features should be, there's nothing but shadows. It smiles at you, revealing 3 rows of pointed teeth. And in the minimal light, it draws its tongue across its paper-thin lips and charges for you. Do you want to run away or stand your ground?
I probably want to run away, but I do have a pistol out, so maybe I will try and shoot it. Yeah, let's do it. I'll shoot it. So that's act under pressure?
Yeah, give me an act under pressure.
That's an 8. That is a mixed success.
A hard choice. So I'm going to give you an option here. As you are
Okay.
firing your gun, the kickback can surprise you, causing you to drop the phone, but you hit the creature and slow it down. Or you keep hold of the phone, but swing wide. And so maybe startle it, but you don't do any damage.
I will choose to hit the creature and drop the phone. Because I've got silver charmed bullets. I don't know if that's going to do anything special, but we're going to see if it does.
So the thing does let out a shriek when you hit it with the bullets. And for a moment it pauses. This gives you a chance to run back the way you came. Meanwhile, Marshall and Adam are running up to the funhouse. The gunshot is quite audible in the quiet.
Adam, was that? Are they okay?
That was a gunshot. I don't know. They went in a fun house.
You are there, and Callie, you can see them. Your husband has went into the funhouse to get your daughter, and now you hear a gunshot. And now your son is back, and he has weapons.
What happened? I don't know. There was blood. I don't know what's going on. He was going to go look for your sister inside. What do you have?
Just a few weapons and flashlight.
Oh God. Oh God. Be careful. We need to go in and see if your father's okay.
Can't we call him?
Yeah, I'll
He-
open the door and shine the flashlight in. Call for your dad. Hey, Mr. Brian.
Yeah, I'm probably like, I think at this point I'm running out. I don't know if I made it to the entrance yet. That's the Neve's call. But after I shot the creature and I got a little gap, I was just going to start running to the entrance.
Act under pressure. If you fail this roll, it catches up to you.
Well, that's a 6. That's a failure.
You have 1 point of luck to spend during this story. Do you wish to spend it here?
No. No, I don't.
Okay. Brian does his best to run, and for a while he is outpacing it. The shot startled it and caused it pain. The phone has been dropped somewhere back in the funhouse. Brian, you finally see that square of light. The illuminated door that you left propped open.
Mm-hmm.
You run for it as quickly as you can, and then you feel sharp claws dig into the flesh on the back of your calf. You're being pulled backwards, deeper into the dark. Callie, Marshall, Adam, you hear Brian screaming as he is being pulled into the dark by this thing. Take 3 harm.
Okay. And then I guess as I'm being pulled back, I will whip around and try to shoot at this thing again, point blank.
Would Callie, Marshall, or Adam like to do anything?
Mom,
I am just going to take off running toward the screaming. So,
No. Mom, we need to go. Don't go.
I'm going to call back. Oh, it's your father. He's in trouble. He's hurt. I'm just going to run.
Adam?
Adam will take aim at whatever that is that's latched on to Brian. say, Marshall, stay close to me.
Okay. Why don't we have Callie reach Brian as he is being dragged back into the funhouse maze? You grab a hold of his arms, and the two of you lock hands. You can see his face contorted in pain. You want to give him a pull?
Yeah.
Or do you want to attack the monster?
Oh shit! I'm gonna try. I want to try to shoot the monster. Yeah, I've got the gun, so
Okay. Act under pressure.
not a good roll for me. But let's see. 7.
Okay. Let's see. You do have the gun. You have no light. How about if you hit it, but now its attention is focused on you?
Okay. Sounds good.
You shoot the thing directly in the face. And it does let out a yowl and for a moment cease attacking Brian. But then it turns to you. You need to either act under pressure to get out of the way, or you are going to be attacked. You can also kick some ass if you want to try to fight it.
No, I think that's a bad idea. I think I'm going to try to get out of the way and maybe try to put myself in a better position. So that's what I'm gonna do. Act under pressure. Let's go ahead and click act under pressure here. Oh, 3. That's a fail.
You're knocked to the ground, you lose the gun, and you take 3 in harm.
Yeah.
The thing is now going to begin eating you.
Me, Callie?
Yes, you.
Okay.
Marshall, Adam, do you want to act?
Marshall, I think is going to use Jinx. He's going to try and Jinx the thing that's attacking his mum.
Okay, go for it.
The goal is to inflict 1 harm on the target. That's a 7.
What, if anything, do we see when you cast Jinx? What does that look like? Go ahead.
So Adam shouts, "Let go of my mum," and his eyes start to grow almost black in color, and his face contorts into a look of anger and an aura of almost like bad luck. If it was like manifested, it would look exactly like, it would feel exactly like that. And as he looks to the monster, he starts to use his power, his energy that he has, to try and damage it internally, not just physically, but its essence, or whoever makes that monster it. He's trying to attack it, its psyche.
Okay, so you end up successfully casting Jinx. This bad mojo that you have manifested causes the thing to retreat back into the darkness from whence it came. At least for a moment, giving both Callie and Brian an opportunity to escape. You need to act quickly, assuming you want to escape.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get eaten.
Yeah, I will help pick Callie up and be like, look, we have to get out of here. Eleanor's already gone.
Oh God, Eleanor. I'm going
I
to.
know, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'll get up and just run as best I can. Kind of bawling grief. Yeah.
Okay. Another act under pressure roll.
8.
Another failure.
So
I
Callie.
guess I'll use my luck.
Okay. All right. So Callie and Brian take off running. Callie, you depart in such a hurry that you do not bring the gun with you. You do not stop to recover it. So you are now without a weapon as you and Brian flee towards that square of light, the thing hot on your heels. The four of you crash outside of the funhouse, bolting through the door out into the moonlight. But darkness is pooling all around you. After all, it is night, and there are no lights here. There's nothing but the ambient light of the moon and the stars. Would we like to take a moment to role play our reactions?
Yeah, Brian, after he crashes out, just does his best to just shove the plywood door closed and um, you know jam the little velvet rope pole against it, just panting heavily, wincing in pain, um, and kind of slam a hand against the door and rest his forehead against it, just kind of shaking his head a little bit, Eleanor. Oh God, Eleanor.
Eleanor. I can't believe this. We have to call. We have to call somebody.
Where is she? Where is Eleanor? Where's my sister?
She's dead. She's dead, Marshall. Whatever that thing is, it ate her.
No. That she's stronger than it. It couldn't.
I'm sorry, there was so much blood, and I saw it throw her arm.
God. I think I'm going to vomit.
She's gone. We have to get out of
here. Adam looks at the wounds that are on Brian and Callie, and he goes kind of cold and steely. I've seen this before. We need to burn this place.
We need to get out of here. They're going to kill us. We can't waste any time.
At this juncture, you see little flashing blue lights ahead of you. It's not a cop car, but it is a security car.
I'm going to run toward the lights, trying to fly their attention.
The car will drive over to you.
Is there like
What the hell is going on here?
this our daughter? Somebody's in there. I don't know. They killed our daughter. You have to call the police.
The security guard, who is a middle-aged man in his 40s, but in fairly good shape, turns his car off and steps outside. He shuts the door behind him. Somebody tell me what the hell is going on here. What the hell happened to you two? What are you doing here?
Like, our car broke down. We came here looking for tools because we couldn't get anywhere else. This is as far as we could go, and we needed maintenance tools. And there is something in here. And my daughter was curious. She went into the fun house, and it killed her. And it almost got us. And looking at our wounds, there is some kind of animal in there, some kind of creature. I don't know what the hell it is. But
Calm
it
down.
has sharp teeth.
Calm down, sir. Calm down. Sharp teeth. Is it a dog?
No, not like any dog I've seen. Look, and don't tell me to calm down. Like, my daughter is dead. It tore her to pieces.
Can we just go, please? Can you drive us?
We need help.
I'm going to go in. I'm going to take a look. I'm going to see what the hell is going on.
Do not
And then we will. Then we will call the police, sir. Don't you want to know if your daughter's still alive?
She's not. She was torn to pieces. And look, whatever it is, it's not a dog. Dogs don't talk. They don't say things.
Have you been abusing drugs, sir?
No. But if you think I have, don't you think you should call the police now?
Sir, just have a seat. I'm going to go in and take a look and see if everything is okay. I've got
I have my pistol. I'm going to point it at him and be like, no, you're going to call the police right now.
Whoa, sir, lower the gun.
Just call the police.
You do not.
And we need police.
You do not want to do that, sir.
I don't want to do it. But we need help, and you can't go in there.
Callie, are you trying to stop Brian?
Callie is shocked. I think I do want to Brian, put the gun down, Brian. You can't do this. They'll throw you in jail. It's gonna be.
I'm gonna swallow and be like, sir, if you go in there, it's gonna get you too.
Brian, please put the gun down. Please don't do this. Don't shoot anyone.
Roll the manipulate a person.
Okay. I can use sharp for this.
Hey, Marshall, you don't need this in your life.
And
all right, I will look over at Callie and be like, and look at the security guard, and then look at the gun and be like, I'm sorry, I'm just, and I'll lower the gun, and I'll actually hand the gun to Callie, and I'll be like, I'm sorry, we're very scared, and we just lost our daughter.
Look, sir, I've got this this big old taser, he says, pointing to his taser. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to take a look. I've got my flashlight. I'm just going to look around and see what is going on. All right.
Can you just give us your van keys?
The taser's not going to do much.
No, I'm not going to give you my keys. You can jump in, Marshall. We still haven't kicked some ass this entire game yet. Eleanor would jump him.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Marshall is going to try and... Actually, I don't want to use jinx again, but so I'll try and jump him.
You can attempt to convince him if you want. You can attempt to manipulate a person by giving him a genuine reason to hand his keys over, but there's really not much of a reason for him to do that. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think just kick some ass to try and knock him and take the keys.
All right, let's kick some ass.
Can Adam use Never Again to protect Marshall from the harm he will take?
One, it's interesting that you think it is a foregone conclusion that he's going to take harm, but you can protect him if he's like a victim of a monster, but you can't protect him if he's engaged actively in fisticuffs.
Okay.
Fisticuffs.
Oh, shit.
Don't mess with Marshall. It's a 13.
All right. So that means you biff the security guard in the face and rip his keys out of his pocket. Callie, Brian, this is not something that Marshall typically does. This is really more Eleanor's speed.
You doing?
We need to get out of here now. I did what I had to. Now come on. Let's go.
We're so sorry, sir. And I'll just start limping towards his car.
Oh God. I'm gonna follow Brian, but I'm not happy about it.
You hear him radioing for backup as you limp away.
Yeah, I think we're going to get in his car. And he can radio for backup. That's fine.
We're all going to go to jail. Do these one-shots normally end with everyone incarcerated at the end?
Not typically.
Okay.
So are you guys going to drive away and leave this dude lying on the cement, knowing full well he's probably going to go inside that funhouse?
Hey, he's got a taser.
That's on him. That's on him.
I think what Brian will do, I think Brian will want to do is like get the keys from Marshall, get in the car and turn it on and turn the headlights on. And we're just going to sit in the car with the headlights on and lock the doors of this car and wait. We're not going to abandon this guy.
Dad, what are you doing?
Look, we can't leave him there. We're safe now. We're in the car. All right. When this guy wises up and comes over here, he'll just, he won't be in any danger as long as he doesn't go inside there.
Dad, you threatened him with a gun and I punched him. He's not going to join us for a ride.
And we're not safe.
That's fine.
I've seen stuff like this. It can rip this car apart. And he's going to walk in there and get killed, and that's going to come out for us.
Oh, God, yeah.
Dad, please, if you care for your family, you'll do the sensible thing and you'll leave with us. That's all that matters.
Look, we can't leave him to die.
We can't do anything for him.
Yes, we can. We can get him to follow us.
If he's going to die anyway, then why did we? Let's.
From inside the fun house, you hear a voice call out, "Help! Help! Please! They're crazy! Please help me!"
I guess I'll lean out. I'll roll down the window and lean out and be like, "That's not. No, that's the thing, man. Don't go in there."
Get away from them! They're crazy!
Brian, you sound crazy to the security guard. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I know. I know that.
He's called for backup. Let his backup help him. Let's go. That's their job. They do this for a living.
Ma'am, are you hurt? If you're hurt, yell out and I'll come to your position.
Don't do it, man. Just wait for your backup, and then I'll roll up the windows and I'll start backing up.
Adam's right, Dad. We need to go.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That guy's fucked.
You guys, stay there, he says. Ma'am, I'm coming for you. Just keep talking.
Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift to drive, and I'm going to drive at the security guard and get him to jump out of the way.
Okay. Why don't you roll your cool to see if you pull this off or if you just hit the security guard with your car?
It's a mixed success.
Okay, so he does move out of the way mostly, but you still bump him with the car. What the hell are you doing? He says as he falls to the ground.
I'm just going to yell out through the closed window, just like, "I'm sorry, just don't go in there."
In the distance, you see two other cars approaching.
Oh, this is great. In that case, now that I see two other cars approaching, I'm going to start driving away.
No.
Just 2 more minutes. They're all your backup's almost here, and let's drive away.
You do know they're all going in there now.
Yeah, but they'll have strength in numbers.
This family is the
Hey,
cause
we
of
got
all their
out
deaths.
with just the two of us, right?
This family is causing all of their deaths.
Adam's going to text
No, just like 1
Marshall.
or 2.
You know, this is probably all going to be, we're going to be accused of killing all these people, including your sister, right? We need to come up with some good story.
Adam would try and speak telepathically with Adam. Well, Marshall will try and speak telepathically with Adam. And he would just say, whatever we do, at least we have each other. We can get through this together, whatever we have to do. I love you, baby.
Adam will nod and text back, "Your parents are, in caps, crazy." Winky face.
What are you trying to say?
Get out of here, guys.
Wait, do y'all really think they're all going to die in there?
I mean, maybe they don't have guns, do they?
I'm going to like sigh and stop the car. About 40 feet away from the security guard. I just almost ran over. and I'm gonna look back and be like, okay, Callie, give me the pistol.
Okay. I'll give him the pistol. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna go help them. You and Adam and Marshall are gonna stay in the car and stay safe. And if this thing gets out, you drive away.
Okay. Are you sure?
Look,
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe we'll kill it, or maybe I could save their lives. I don't know.
Are you sure you don't want me to come with you?
I don't know if I can do this if I don't know that you and Marshall are at least safe. And Adam too. Adam, your family.
Adam, do you want to go inside?
Hell no.
Hell no.
I'll take the driver's seat. All right, Mr. Brian, I'll make sure they're safe. You go get it.
All right, yeah. So I'll get out of the car and I'll start limping my way towards the security guard. Hopefully, I took a flashlight with me this time.
I suggest burning it.
I'll tell them that. And I'll call out the security guard. It's like, look, I'm sorry about that. I'm not crazy, but that thing is trying to lure you in there.
Do you have any move that might make you more persuasive?
No.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to manipulate a person.
That is an 11.
The man looks at you and sees your injuries. And he realizes that you at least believe what you are saying.
Right. Like, it may not be as crazy as we're saying, but something clearly attacked me.
Fine. What is it?
I don't know how to describe it, man. It had really sharp teeth, like it smiled. It walked on all fours, and the craziest thing was like, look, there was so much blood. I know my daughter was already dead, but she was like, I heard her voice still, and she was taunting me, saying things, cruel things. This thing was talking to me in my daughter's voice. And then when it came out, when I knew she was dead and I knew it wasn't her and I started to leave, that's when I saw it throw her arm to where I could see it. And when I ran away and it caught me, you can see the wounds it made. Like, I know how this sounds. It sounds crazy. And I get that you may not believe everything I'm telling you about it. But just please believe me that whatever is in there is dangerous.
Come with me for a second, he says, standing up.
I'll follow him.
He's going to lead you around to the side of the funhouse, past the area where guests would typically be allowed to gather. around to the side panel where there is a staff entrance. Holding his side, he points up at a graffiti image of the creature that you saw. Spray painted above it are 2 words: the boogeyman. Did it look like that?
Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah. How long has this been painted here?
Since before the accident with those kids.
Look, your backup's coming. Let's just get in their cars. Let's like everyone. My wife's phone, my phone. They're still in that fun house. My daughter was in there, but let's just come back in the daytime. Let's go get help, and just come back in the daytime in the morning when there's light.
As soon as the backup gets here, they're going to head into that fun house. You know that, don't you?
Well, can you help me convince them that at least let them know how dangerous it is?
He looks skeptical and looks down at his shoes. Meanwhile, back in the car, you're seated behind the driver's seat, Adam. Is that correct?
I'd prefer to be in the driver's seat, but sure.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Behind the driver's, behind the wheel.
Behind the wheel.
Yeah. You see the funhouse door open. Whatever emerges looks like a shadow, something inchoate, sliding into the darkness alongside the funhouse. But for an instant, you saw the gleam of 2 yellow eyes looking directly at you.
I'm going to start the car, honk the horn, and drive.
Okay.
Callie, they're driving away from your husband. Your husband is talking to the security guard. Marshall, he's leaving your dad.
What are you doing?
Mum, we need to. He's doing what's right for us.
That thing.
No, stop this now.
That
Go
thing
back. No.
out. We're gonna die. We got to go.
He's right.
This is horrible. We can't just leave your father to die.
We tried to warn him, Mum, please. This is hard for me as it is. I can't lose you too.
Oh, God.
Please, Mum.
Punch at him in the back of the head, Callie. What are you doing?
I am going to... Let me out of this car. Let me out of this car now. Stop the car. Is this getting anywhere?
Looks in the rearview mirror.
What?
Adam looks in the rearview mirror at Marshall. See what his reaction to his mom. letting his mom out, whether he nods yes or no.
Yeah, he shakes his head no. He's like, Mom, you need to stay with us. I'm
Nope,
sorry.
we floor it.
So, do you want to do anything, or are you now being kidnapped, Callie, by your son and your son's lover?
I don't see any way around this that would involve hurting someone or like getting in a car accident. So I'm just gonna like be very, very anxious and very, very upset. But otherwise not fight it right now.
The car speeds away as Brian and the security guard attempt to chase it down.
Yes, we heard the car honk. So that would have queued me up that like something's happening. So I would have like had my flashlight and pistol out, looking around to see what's going on.
Yeah, you see the headlights moving away from you by the time you walk back around to the front of the funhouse.
I'll look back at the security guard and I'll say, they wouldn't have just like I told Adam to leave if that thing came out after them. And I guess I would look over and see that the door is open.
Hello, Daddy, you hear the thing say, and then it leaps at you from behind. Do you want to kick some ass, or do you want to try to run?
Well, I would be terrible at kicking ass, so I will try to run.
Go for it.
That's a failure. I've used my luck.
Okay. So the creature pounces on you. You feel it sink its teeth into you. You know what? The security guard is actually going to use his luck point to intervene. Okay. He's going to push Brian to the ground and instead take the brunt of the creature. It pounces on him, tearing into him. He manages to get his taser free and tases the creature, but it has little effect. Brian, you're on the ground now, but you know that this man has saved your life.
I will try to shoot this creature.
Okay, give me cool.
That is a 10.
So Brian gathers himself as best he can and pumps another bullet into this creature. It lets out a high-pitched whine and whips around, staring at you with its hollow eyes and smiling at you with its 3 rows of teeth. It holds up its hand and wags its finger at you. Dad, why would you do that? It asks in Eleanor's voice.
I'm gonna use my "let's get out of here" move. So like if I can protect someone by telling them what to do or by leading them out, I roll charm instead of tough. I'm gonna tell the security guard to run. Like, get out of here, get help. And then I'm gonna look at the creature and be like, "You killed my daughter, you son of a bitch." All right, so
Okay.
I guess I'll roll charm. That's a 12 for protecting someone.
Okay, so the security guard listens to you and goes off running in the direction of the lights that were approaching. That leaves you, Brian, alone with the creature.
So on protect someone, I do get on a 10 plus, I get an extra, and one of them is inflict harm on the enemy. So like maybe part of it can be like when I say like you killed my daughter, you son of a bitch. I just fire another shot at it.
Okay, so you train your gun at it and you pump another bullet into it. It penetrates center mass of the creature. But as you are doing so, the flashlight hits it directly. And as the flashlight makes direct contact with the creature, it howls in pain and shrinks back.
Oh, the light hurts it. This is good to know. I will keep the light focused on it.
Okay. Let's see. Let's make this interesting. The cars are approaching. This is almost certainly not going to look good, but you have an opportunity now to at least get a little payback on this creature.
Yeah.
But it's going to keep retreating unless you grab a hold of it.
I will definitely grab a hold of it. Yeah, I'm going to get some payback on this creature. So I'm going to try and grab a hold of it to, force it to stay in the headlights.
Roll your tough. It's not your best stat, but it is appropriate.
It is a failure.
Well, that's not very cool. That's not very cash money of that fucking dice.
What about this? I do have a move that says what could go wrong. When I charge into immediate danger without hedging my bets, I do get a hold too. And so I can use this to either inflict harm, reduce someone's harm suffered by 1, or take a +2 forward on an act under pressure roll. I don't know. Do you want to turn that 6 into an 8, or can I inflict harm? Would we call this charging into danger?
You know what? Let's just call it an 8. Because it's bullshit to have the story end with you lunging at the monster.
Yeah.
And the monster just smacking you and you're dead.
Right.
Your family abandoned you. Yeah, you're dead. It's great.
I'm going to treat this as a mixed success on a tough roll, which means you take damage as well, but we are coming to the end of our story. It does 3, but you get to be the hero here. So the way that this story ends, Brian, grief-sick over the loss of Eleanor, has his final quip. What was it again, Warren? Remind us of the quip.
It wasn't a very good one. I just said, you killed my daughter, you son of a bitch.
And seeing the creature having retreated from the light, he lunges forward. He almost slips, but he manages to get a hold of the slippery creature. Its skin is like nothing you've ever felt before. Warm, smooth, almost like liquid as opposed to a solid. It attempts to back away, and you feel its claws plunge into your gut. You wince in pain, and you hear the squelching sounds as it digs in deeper. But Brian refuses to let go and refuses to be cowed. He keeps the flashlight trained on the creature as it attempts to drag him back to the funhouse. Its wails are a comfort to Brian as the two of them together in tandem move backwards. The cars are now in sight. You can see the drivers behind the wheel. As they begin to get out, however, Whatever is left of this creature evaporates into darkness. You felt it almost dissolving or boiling away as you held it in the light. And now it's gone, leaving Brian grievously injured and laying on the concrete. The guards rush forward and summon medical aid for Brian. Brian survives due to the promptness of the treatment. In the back of his mind, he's sure he hasn't permanently defeated whatever that creature was, but at least he made it hurt. He made it suffer the way it made Eleanor suffer. He made it suffer for taunting them. Meanwhile, our less than heroic individuals, Adam, Marshall, and Callie, get into a car wreck about a mile down the road. Karma's a bitch. You are injured and taken to the same hospital where Brian resides. Do Callie and Brian reconcile after this night?
I think Callie would be extremely apologetic. Like she did not want this to happen. So I she would be begging him to not hate her.
It's the tough thing is that Callie reminds I think Brian too much of Eleanor, and so it actually becomes more painful to be around her.
I see. Well,
how about Adam and Marshall? What becomes of Adam and Marshall?
Want to relocate to the East Coast?
People are shipping you guys in the YouTube chat. They're a big fan.
Really? I mean, okay. I think Marshall holds, I don't know how bad their injuries are, but he holds Adam's hand, if they're on the bed together. He just says, I don't think my dad's going to let me stay at his anymore for abandoning him, so at least we have each other. We can relocate.
Yeah, we should do that. Totally.
It just isn't there.
We're stronger together. Away from down.
So the group recovers from their injuries, but our defectors, our non-heroes, have to live for the rest of their lives knowing what they've done. However, Eleanor is buried. They do recover pieces of her, and she has gone on to become a scary story that other troubled youth will tell. What does her epitaph say on her grave, Brian, Callie?
I think. Well, how about we each add a little phrase? I think the phrase that I'm going to add to it will be. She struggled. She was always she was a light in the darkness. There you go.
I'm just be in our hearts forever. Something pretty cheesy like that.
Is there anything that you want to say to your sister's grave, Marshall?
I think Marshall would bring her flowers and put it by the grave, and he would just say, I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to a sister.
So, after the funeral, Callie and Brian get a divorce. Brian is unable to live with Callie any longer. The pain of losing Eleanor and the way that she reminds him of her is just too much for him to bear. However, Marshall and Adam move to the East Coast and end up getting married. They adopt 3 small dogs. What are their names?
One's definitely named Shadow.
Ooh. That's fucked up.
The other is named Grim. And the final one could be Reaper.
We should name one Eleanor.
Oh God, I think Kelly would not be happy.
We didn't ask Callie. We got away for 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, and what the fuck is Callie gonna do? They drove away and left your husband there to get eaten by a shadow monster, Callie, and you're like, oh no, not that. Stop, please. I told you should have punched Adam in the back of the damn head and then drove that car directly into the shadow monster to knock it off your husband heroically, white knuckling that steering wheel.
She was still remembering how she used to have hopes and dreams before Brian.
Yes, but now she's just a shell of what she used to be.
For shame.
Yes.
Yeah. So they live on the East Coast now, and they never come home for Christmas. Meanwhile, the Tale of the Funhouse has taken on a life of its own. Nowadays, on Halloween, teenagers, and sometimes even the adult counterparts that really should know better, gather at the amusement park and take their chances in the funhouse, hoping to hear something call out from the darkness, "Happy Halloween." And that is the end of our random one-shot. Snaps for me for pulling it off.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very spooky.
Yes, I was not sure I was going to be able to pull it off, given how random it all was, but it came together. We did it. We had a spooky funhouse themed one shot, and we finished almost on time. We started on time, and we finished almost on time. This is like unheard of for us, y'all. To those of you who have been with us on our Halloween journey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for lighting up the chat. It was a lot of fun to read your comments. If you have played our little bingo game, then make sure you screenshot your winning cards and drop them to me in the Discord. The link to the Discord is on our channel description if you're not already a member. And we hope to see you next week. All right.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween, you guys. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna note those comments. Wild.